have you heard this song before? Okay, this is the first song that I sang in my voice lessons, and I loved it. And we're just gonna sing the first few lines, and then we'll see if we'll even get all the way through verse 1. I'm not a pianist, but let's just sing through the melody first.
Okay.
So when we start this pickup note, we don't want it to be in our throat. The water is wide. Can you see how? Can you hear how it's pushed?
Yeah.
Whereas the water is wide, it's open, it's ringing, and you hear the vibrato. That's
much better.
yeah. So think of that. That sound coming out more out of your forehead instead of out of here. So, kind of mentally flip it up. A lot of times in our voice lessons, we have to think of the sound rolling over the back of our mouth, out of the vowels. In singing, the vowels are some of the biggest part. If I have na, but then I sing with bad vowels, the water is wide, it's not going to have the same resonance, whereas it's you want the vowels to be long in the back to give it more space. The water is wide, I cannot cross o'er. So you think of the sound that's rolling back over, right? Okay, so let's just try this first, these first couple lines. Let's think, do aha, 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 aha. Okay, another thing is I feel like your tongue is coming up into the back. And so it's causing the sound to cut off a little. Aha, aha. Do you see how my tongue went up in the back?
Yeah.
I think that's what you're doing. So keep your tongue kind of on the front, the back of your bottom teeth. Aha. And then keep your tongue down in the back as well. Aha! Okay, so let's try that for those first couple lines again. The water is wide, I cannot cross. Okay, let's just work on this this vowel, the Y. Think of the vowel in the back instead of wide. Go wide, wide, and then I'm going to pull the sound out of your forehead, okay? Okay, so go wide, wide. Yeah, that's already better. It's more in the resonance. Let's see, let's go on, let's go on. I remember how this part goes. And neither have I the wings to fly. Okay. Okay, take a deep breath from down here. Okay. Let's go from the beginning. Let's try it. Remember to take a deep breath. Usually, we would not want to breathe through here. We'd want it to be one long, big phrase, but I'm going to have you take a breath right there. So make sure in these rests, take advantage of these rests and get big breaths. Think ahead. That's another really helpful thing. Along with like clarinet, you always want to look ahead and think ahead and what's coming next, especially with voice, because your brain will kind of measure out your breath for you. And you won't have to think like, okay, I have to hold this for wah, you know. So think ahead, and your breath will it'll do what it's supposed to most of the time, especially if you have a deep breath. Okay, so I'm going to try and... to throw this in here. I was like, oh, voice students, all they have to do is sing. Like, that's like nothing, you know, versus like violin or another instrument. And then I became a voice major, and I was like, this is so hard.
Oh.
Like, it's hard. Like, the singers work so hard. They have to find out everything about their piece, the composer, the opera it's from, the background on the composer, and what you should be doing as instrumentalist anyway. But especially if it's in a different language, you have to find all the IPA for all the different translations, word for word translations. It's so much work. Vocalists, especially the ones that put in their work, they've worked very, very hard for where they are, and as any musician does. But I have a new respect for professional singers that are actually good versus all the ones that aren't good. But anyway, I don't know. I love it though. Do you want to try one more time? Time to finish, or?
I think I feel good about it.
Okay, you want to stop there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
No, it was fun.